Hi, so this video is serious. I've built my brand so that people want to take me seriously. I don't even take myself seriously, but yeah, just to preface, I'm gonna give my opinion on things happening with gamesense right now. So I've also had experience with gamesense in the past, and I even made a video about them, which I took down. I'm not embarrassed to say that I was wrong in that video, and the reason I took it down was gamesense didn't owe me anything. I've grown since then as a person and a content creator, but if you want to watch it, I'm not embarrassed to say that. The link's in the description. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. I really don't like gamesense, and I know that they also don't like me, but regardless of that, we're in the same community, we're in the same space, so we have to tolerate one another regardless of personal opinion. So there's a Reddit thread made about gamesense calling out other companies, which included the post that gamesense made about the Mousehide company. I'm not going to go over the full thing in this video, but if you wanted to make an informed opinion, I suggest reading it. I'll link that as well. So to start off, in this thread, they said the first company they went after was the Mousehide company for using this design. So this was the tweet: the first design of the Masterpiece collection is now live. The Shogun will be available in a large size for a limited time only. GameSense responded to this: hello Trevor, are you helping contribute towards any of the organizations to stop help Asian hate, or are you profiting off of our culture? So first off, I agree with the part where they said the Mousehide company is making profit off of Japanese culture. But there's also an aspect where there's not really any malicious intent, because people are enjoying and indulging that part of culture so much that they want it to be displayed or used. You can see this everywhere, posters, even my keycap set. So while they're making profit off of Japanese culture, the people buying that are admiring it and displaying a piece of that culture in their homes. That I think is really, really cool. So how OP responded to this was, keep in mind, this is a design that they commissioned by someone else to make for them. In no way are they profiting off of Asian culture. Furthermore, this design was created over 6 months ago on November 20th, 2020. Now, it's very odd that they would go suddenly have an issue with this design/company suddenly. This just goes to show the lengths they are willing to go in order to virtue signal on Twitter to promote their brand. Let's look at the last part where OP says, this just goes to show the lengths they are willing to go in order for virtue signal on Twitter to promote their brand. So I just want to say that I actually believe that GameSense supports the anti-Asian hate movement, but I also believe that GameSense knows that they can also use the movement for marketing as well. It's not right. Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's how companies function. So let's return to the first part where OP says, keep in mind, this is design that they commissioned by someone else to make for them. In no way are they profiting off of Asian culture. But GameSense responded to this: regardless of when this was created or who was designed by, it is by definition cultural appropriation. This happens in many fields of society, which many are blind to. I can say 100% with certainty that both parties are wrong in this aspect. On the Mousepad company's website, it says, our first design in Masterpiece collection by Satomi. This piece was inspired by the legendary Yamata no Orochi dragon described in Japanese mythology, depicted in the historic woodblock print by Utagawa Koniteru. So OP is wrong because, yes, it resembles Asian culture, and yes, they are propping off of it. But again, it's not with malicious intent. GameSense is wrong because by saying it is by definition cultural appropriation. This happens in many fields of society which many are blind to. The inspiration for this artwork was a real, legitimate piece of Japanese mythology, which ironically, I learned more about Japanese culture. So ironically, GameSense is the one that's blind to this. GameSense is the culturally appropriating party because they automatically assume that it's an inauthentic approach to a Japanese design, when in reality, it literally gives the origin of the inspiration of the artwork. If they just unwittingly drew samurai, ninjas, kendo, then yeah, it would be cultural appropriation. So sorry if that was more of a serious video. Do all the YouTube stuff. Bye.